Okay, I'm here at the David Fortier River Park in Olmsted Falls, Ohio. It's a beautiful little town south of North Olmsted. And in this community is where the Plum Creek comes and enters into the west branch of the Rocky River. So right now I'm walking over to a covered bridge that they have that's over the Plum Creek. And it's a really cool bridge. Here's the information about it. It's called the Charles Harding Memorial Bridge. And it was dedicated about 22 years ago, August 9th, 1998. And again, it's over the Plum Creek, which is a fast-moving creek that cuts a pretty big gorge when you look at it, or has cut a very big gorge through the sandstone and shale. You can see that it snowed overnight, nice heavy snow, so very nice blanket of white on all the trees, on the rocks, on the bushes, so it really looks good. And over here, another view. You can see the big cliff there. It's probably about 20 feet, I'd say, high. Big sandstone cliff with some shale, looks like, underneath it. And you got the Plum Creek running very quickly through this area. So I'm walking off the bridge now, back the way I came. And right down there is the little main street of Olmsted Falls. Has all kinds of old shops and like a train station. Really cool looking little town. It's kind of like the West Side's version of Chagrin Falls. I'm going to head down the path to the Rocky River here in the river park. A little hill here, not too steep, but it does have some slushy snow on it, so it's a little slippery. Just got to watch where you step. Very nice park. And now we're down at the, probably about 10 feet above the Plum Creek. Here's a view of it. Very nice rock formations. And the creek running through the park here. Very neat. And up this way is where you can walk under the covered bridge. And I think on the other side, it just has a little different view of the creek. A nice view here under the rocks. So again, you can see, looks like that top layer there is shale. And then it looks like it's on top of sandstone. And then again, shale at the bottom. But typically that's not how the formations are. But that's what it looks like right here. It looks like there's a layer of shale over a layer of sandstone. And again, this creek was probably, cutting through this area, or has been cutting through this area for a couple 100 million years. Probably took that long to bring the water level down a good 30, 40 feet over those millions of years. So just taking off a little by little every year after the retreat of the glaciers. Snow is coming down again, but it's not really accumulating much. It's just giving a very nice, providing very nice scenery. All right, so we're heading down now to a point in the park where the Plum Creek enters the Rocky River. I've not been down here before, so I don't know for sure where that point is, but we will find it. And I want to make sure also that I don't fall while walking, because again, got like a slushy snow on the sidewalks here, and it is slippery. A lot of cool vistas in this park. Big rock formation, like the ledges here, but a smaller version. Got another bridge here, pedestrian bridge over Plum Creek. Little waterfall. You hear the jets going over because we're only, just a couple of miles, a few miles from the airport. Look how beautiful that is. That's the point right there where Plum Creek enters the Rocky River. And you can see the water just streaming through the creek. Very clear water, even though it's got some sediment in it, but very clean water as it runs through this valley and over the sandstone. Really, really beautiful. Let's go take a look at the Rocky River next. Again, this is the west branch of the Rocky River. And then you've got the east branch, which flows, over to Berea. And the planes are heading right over us today. So here we are down at the Rocky River. Get a good look at this particular area. Very nice. This is a nice park. It's got some nice trails. You're not going to get a lot of miles walking around here, but you definitely will get a full view of this beautiful valley. very scenic, something to see. And again, it just shows you the power of nature, how over millions of years the water has cut through this valley, creating this valley. So very nice. This is the David Fortier River Park in Olmsted Falls, Ohio. So now I've walked down to the area of the falls. So you've got two sets of falls here. You've got the falls on the Rocky River, which is right there. And you got a fisherman out there who's fishing for steelhead trout. This is one of the top streams in the nation, top rivers in the nation for steelhead trout fishing. Great fishing here, and this is probably one of the great spots because you got Plum Creek and the falls at Plum Creek right there flowing through. You can see it. And then you've got the falls at the Rocky River. The cool thing about the Rocky River too is it's aptly named. You can see the big rocks, the boulders that line the river, and you find this, on both the east branch and the west branch of the river. But just awesome stone formations, and again, the power of nature cutting this valley over, hundreds of millions of years. It's really something to see, and it's right in our backyard. Many people don't even know the wonders of nature that surround the greater Cleveland area, and little gems like this one, like this David Fortier Park in the community of Olmsted Falls. So I would encourage you, if you haven't been down to Olmsted Falls, come down, grab a coffee at the coffee shop, head over to the park, walk around. It's a good place to spend a good half hour checking out all the sights, and then you can stay and head out to one of the restaurants. They've got a few good restaurants here in town. It's a very, like I said, very cool town, very beautiful little town south of North Olmsted, with a very nice park. So until the next time, get outdoors for 60 minutes every day, and you'll feel terrific, and your health will be great.